Pennsylvania.
Because the tour starts here, so that's probably better start than this. Pretty well of it.
Interurban cars, double size, railroad
We
equipment.
didn't shake it, we came up on it. Yeah.
Excess of 60 miles per hour. Some cars
Before
were
they said
reported
they
luxuriously.
move people to the back.
I'm
sorry?
Polished
They
brass
said they changed the way they
parlor seating,
changes that.
smoking
No, this is a single-ended car.
Yeah.
So now, over next door here, where we're looking at, that's a double-ended car. Okay, this particular car was built in 1914.
Several lines radiated out of Cleveland,
One of the major
venturing out into
streetcar
Lake County, along
And
the shores
it,
of Lake Erie, to the
um,
Haynesville and East.
originally run on Cleveland Railway with the streetcar system. Then it was sold to what became the Shaker. And now I would love to see that because they've got that long stretch of was it the Laurel line?
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of streetcar museums, but that one was. Now,
Wow.
this is the car that seems to get the most attention from visitors because this particular car is the one that middle-aged folks remember. This is a Cleveland Rapid Transit car built in 1954 by Pullman. Entered service when the Cleveland, the Red Line came into service in 1955.
Oh, okay.
And got a couple others out there, but this is one that's
Oh, that's a.
in shape. This one does run. We recently got the thing running, and other than the fact that our pantograph isn't quite high enough, the trolley wire is a little bit high, was set to Cleveland Railway law standard, and the pantograph doesn't quite reach it, but they found another pantograph they're going to put on soon, so we're hoping we'll be running this one for
Yeah.
operation.
Nice. Wow.
But this is, they say, this is the popular one. This is the one people, oh, I remember this. And
Yeah.
when I don't know if you ever happen to run into any of our Facebook posts.
Yeah. Now and then I do. Yeah.
I do a history post every Sunday. And this is a sister of the 12.
Of that. Okay. The one we were in. Okay.
When I saw this front end, that cow catcher on a regular
Right.
movie. This is a people catcher, right?
Yeah.
People catcher.
Why do you have a bed spring attached to the front of your streetcar?
My first thought was, heavy for people.
Okay, this particular car now is a line car. This is an operable car. This is what we use for stringing, maintaining our overhead. And,
Oh, it's like a service one.
say what?
Like a service one, so you can maintain the lines and stuff.
And,
Okay.
see any similarity between these two cars?
Oh yeah.
The same body.
Same body.
This was originally another car of this class.
Okay. So it, but you
But again, as street railways did, as the steam railroads also did,
Yeah.
a lot of their work equipment began as, in revenue service.
Yeah, because I noticed it was the same.
You can get down here if you want. I wasn't planning on it, but if you want to get down, you can.
Yep. Mini rolling workshop.
Exactly. I mean, if you think about it, that's what they had to have.
Yeah.
You just can't have a pickup and go out and do what you need. This is a whole big deal.
Oh yeah. Huh. On the,
Spring car comes with this currency
oh, that's cool.
CPA. RTA now. This is operating. In fact, this was our power source when we first started operating cars. There's a Packard engine on there along with a generator. And ran a trolley pole, and that's how we first got power to our cars. A couple of years ago, we were able to build our own substation equipment, rectifier and so on, transformers, RTA updated some of the, yeah, here's the end that we do here.
Oh yeah. That's pretty. Shaker Heights.
On the track to the right, that's going to keep going.
Yeah,
It
okay.
now ends about where that road railer is, but it's going to continue on around the back lot. There's going to be a half-mile loop. And basically, we're waiting on getting a contractor in here to grade it out for us. It's all surveyed, it's all the trees and stumps cleared out and everything. And of course, how long it's going to be after we get it graded out. And, you know, regular freight cars, and so we are collecting some
Freight cars.
period freight cars
Right.
that someday operate that
Period.
train.
Correct. Yeah.
This particular car began as I'm told, a commuter car on the Reading. And we got a hold of it because some people in the museum at that time thought it could be converted into a nice visitor center. Well, one thing happens with operations like this, a lot of the people that were involved in that died off.
There's only so much you can do. I mean,
Yeah, you grab the stuff when you can.
and
And
hope for the best.
here we have some interurban cars. And again, you folks have been around enough to realize that what might appear to be a pile of rust, in fact, is something that could be restored.
Yes.
into quite a, you know.
I don't see how much work is going to it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
But if you've been to other museums, you see things that have been chicken coops and so on. These first two cars, again, came from that Northern Ohio traction light. They were once sister cars, although this first one was later rebuilt into a power car. One was operated on the Cleveland Rapid.
Need a lot of heavy duty tools to work with this stuff.
I'm sorry, what?
Need a lot of heavy duty tools to work with this.
Yeah.
Moving weight.
Of course, we're very glad for that little Plymouth switcher we got up front.
Yeah.
These kinds of weather and everything.
Again, the steel in are in a little better condition. We've tried to mostly collect cars from Northern Ohio. There are museums that collect stuff from all over. We're a bit more modest, and we tried to focus on Northern Ohio. Although some of our cars here didn't come from Northern Ohio. This one eventually got to,
Oh wow.
wound up running on a line that went up to Toledo, so that got to Northern Ohio. Well, why a car from Rio de Janeiro? Well, are you familiar with the open cars?
I've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well,
I was thinking about how odd the seating looked like.
Yeah. They got.
these were very popular in the 1890s, early 1900s, back in the days before air conditioning.
There you go.
People would actually, on a Sunday afternoon or a hot evening, go for a ride on the
Wow.
streetcar just to cool off. And brought in extra business and so on. But anyway, the street railways like them for this reason, that reason, but would you want to ride in one of these cars in Cleveland in February?
No.
No, you wouldn't. So consequently, it meant they had to maintain two sets of cars. Plus the fact that it could be dangerous and it could fall off and one of these things. Also, it's hard to make sure you collect the fares from everything. So anyway, this car, and those cars were out of use, most of them quite early, and not so many of them have survived. But anyway, this particular car was built to U.S. plans. It is very typical of a U.S. open car. So when this thing came on the market, we did it.
You think, when you see this, it all makes sense, right there and there.
Yeah.
It's like when they have that, why every Altoona has a real thing on
Very.
It's a big deal.
I mean, still.
To be after going into a country tour and all that, they get dressed up like we used to get dressed up for airplane travel. Now, you know, they're dressed up. It used to be a big deal. It was a grand excursion.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they didn't have seatbelts, so.
This is our oldest car. Lorraine, I believe it's the only surviving Lorraine, Ohio car.
1895.
Yeah, it's amazing how many places had streetcars that,
Right.
I mean, we have a huge archive of photos and I'm involved in cataloging them and going through stuff that some little town, I can't imagine that place had its own streetcar system, but some did.
Right.
Something I noticed in things like this, is the extra, the design.
The ornate steel, and
Not just a flat piece of whatever, they make something special out of it.
you can still see the painted on pinstriping on some. Man.
Now, this car, of course, is wooden.
Yeah.
The others we've been looking at were mostly steel. But again, a couple of wooden interurban cars. These two happen to come from this car and the next car behind it, 149 and 151. Again, the Cleveland and, well, the Lakeshore Electric actually ran from Cleveland to Toledo. This was the last interurban out of Cleveland, closed in 1939. Too bad it couldn't have lasted a little longer because it probably would have gotten the boost during the war, could have been used.
Right.
Anyway, it wasn't. These two cars were preserved because a farmer along the line bought them. Used for a workshop, something or other. Anyway, a couple of years ago, a gentleman came in here, older gentleman now. His father was the farmer that had bought the cars. And these cars had been on their farm when he was growing up, and he said he even helped put on the new roof on one of these things. And he said he didn't even know the cars had survived, and then only recently found that out, and then found out we had them. So he came back and looked these cars over. He was thrilled.
And these things are just,
Say what?
these are irreplaceables.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But again, these had a very personal meaning to him.
Oh, yeah,
which is-
it is, but yeah.
Now, this car comes from Toledo, and this is a convertible car. Now, I talked about some of the problems with the open cars.
Right.
They made some cars that were convertible, some in which panels can be lifted out.
Somebody had a honey cabinet.
Yep.
I don't know how he got in there. ahead and ride a bike. So, we'll be in
Yeah,
very
but
good
boy
shape.
just give me a kick. Everybody else does.
No. Too much, there's just too much.
There's too much.
There's not
First things I'd look for, streetcar tracks. Well, streetcar tracks are here, but the overhead is gone.
Right.
That told us that story.
You can still go to Cleveland, and sometimes you look down, you see where the supports and where for the.
Yeah. Okay, we can cut over here if you'd like. We do want to point out one thing. Toledo Edison power plant in Toledo. It is so typical of the steeple cab.